enjoy the fun, chatting with interesting people while styling while we run. It's Kickin in Crocs. We're Kickin in Crocs.
Hello and welcome to Kickin in Crocs.
Hello.
Hello and welcome to Kickin in Crocs, the podcast. We talk about martial arts stuff, geeky stuff,
And hat-related stuff. Cap. Is that a cap or is that a hat?
No cap.
No cap? He's that good that it's no cap? Wow.
No cap.
I just figured
This
no
cap
cap
is no
out
cap?
about a month ago. No,
Just
that
figured
cap.
that out now?
That cap's definitely cap. You're no cap. you said.
I'm Dave, one half of Kickin in Crocs.
I'm Nick, the other half, and Steve's out.
All right, take it easy, everybody.
Thanks for setting everything
And
up.
then there's Steve, the cap half.
Oh, you know what's going to happen? Our drinking of tea is going to be completely off now because I don't
Yeah,
have
because
the
you're not in a
handle.
mug. It's
I
going to
know.
be weird.
I'm trying to
Finally,
advertise.
it's happened.
We'll make it work.
No, what we need to do is at
I'm
one point.
advertising. See?
Yeah, he's got his.
Yeah,
on
no,
there.
I don't have a cup like that, though.
I'm
I
advertising.
know.
Platypus.
I got this guy. I'm double advertising. I got
Yeah,
the hoodie on.
I couldn't find my one T-shirt. I did want to wear my white Kickin' and Crocs
Why don't
T-shirt.
you just wear your hoodie?
I can't find that either.
Dude, are you serious?
That's one of the 3 hoodies you own. What do you mean you
I
can't
know,
find that?
and you only allow.
6.
You're maxed
sir.
off at 4.5,
Six.
3.5.
No. I have 6 hoodies.
No, you don't.
6. I do too.
Well, no,
If
you
he
just
ever-
can't find this one, so now you
And
don't
you know how
have
many
to.
so I
hoodies he's
find
going to have if he
You
starts...
bet it's there somewhere.
You better find
It's
it.
in
And
my
you know
room
how many hoodies
somewhere.
he's going to have if he starts dating someone?
0.
Yeah, exactly.
Zero. Because he
They're all
doesn't have a
gone.
stash.
No.
He's not stashed
I'll
out.
still have the one that's hidden in my car, like you suggested, to keep one in
And
your
this
car.
one when you find it.
Yes, depending on how long that takes.
You better have this one.
All right, so
sure I have
we're
some.
rolling with that introduction?
I love it.
Are we really? Okay.
Okay, re-roll. Go ahead.
Okay, all right, here
No,
we go.
it's like a
Re-roll
mini
the intro.
To start us off.
I thought we did it
You
well.
didn't start us off, though.
Shibuya.
All right. We did do it well.
I thought it was good.
I was.
Hello and welcome to Kickin' and
It
Crocs,
was
the pot.
pretty good. Like
I thought it was,
I think we should just
I was
go
on
right
with it.
into stories.
I like that he was the
awesome.
cap half.
That's a cool half.
All right.
I don't know. I don't know what that makes me in this one, but I'll take it.
Hello and welcome to Kickin' and Crocs, the podcast. We talk about martial arts stuff, geeky stuff, and all sorts of stuff. My name is Steve, 1/3 of Kickin' and Crocs.
Oh, I did say half, didn't I?
Yeah, I thought that's why I said he's out. That's why I made that comment.
Yeah, I didn't catch that.
It's basic.
Sure you didn't.
I'm Dave, 1/3 of Kickin and Crocs, not the cap half.
you didn't.
I am
Sure
Nick,
you
also not the cap, third of Kicking in Crocs, but I'm the final third. Hello, everybody. What's up, guys?
didn't. Hey, man.
Yes, happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial Day weekend. That's true. Yep. Tomorrow's Memorial Day.
Yeah, we'll do a little
We should
shout
talk
out.
about that too.
Yeah. Well,
But we'll jump
let's-
into Memorial Day plans
yeah,
first.
we'll
Let's go in order.
Go that do that first. You want to do?
No,
Memorial Day
we'll go in
plan.
order.
Order
No,
of
no,
where
we'll
we're gonna
go in
get to it.
order of events.
Okay,
Love it.
okay, this is very just during the beginning. Hi, everybody. How we all doing? We do have topics for tonight. The first of which is that Dave
Is back.
is back. He went to Missouri for a weekend,
Dave is back. Yeah.
and it was going out to see your family,
A
correct?
little longer than the weekend.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It was like
4
4
days.
days. Yeah.
Like 4 days.
That's a nice
Yeah,
trip.
He survived a tornado and 2 hailstorms.
I guess it was
I
a
am
nice
sorry.
trip.
Your updates, you and Kelsey's updates on just getting there were nerve wracking and hilarious.
Why don't you
Okay.
tell the story?
Well, all
Go
right. So
We're just gonna sit
So
back
we were
here
going for
and
we were going for my nephew's graduation from high school. Also, my other nephew, his brother, was graduating middle school, but they didn't do a ceremony for him. And it was also his birthday on Friday. The middle school, they don't do a middle school
That just
graduation.
sounds so.
Is
so
that you
cold.
saying eighth grade? Eighth
He
grade, right?
graduated 8th grade, going to the
Yeah.
freshman. He's gonna be a
Like,
freshman.
But here's-
Hey,
you know
high
what's
school
funny?
graduation.
They
And
do it
I'm
here.
not going to jump off the story. I think I don't know if we're gonna have a celebration, but I told Nicole I want to do a little something for Isabella though. Like maybe I get her friends.
No,
over
but
with
the
us a little
school
bit.
does something.
Oh, do they? I don't even know.
Yeah, the school will do something because here
I
in New
got a-
Jersey,
I
the
got
school
a-
does things.
Yeah,
I got a celebration.
Yeah, no,
I
the
got a
school doesn't
graduation
do
ceremony.
anything.
Oh no! Oh, they don't even do the graduation. Oh no,
No.
we're definitely doing
That's
that.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
There was no
yeah.
there was
Oh,
no.
okay.
They don't do
There's
anything.
no like walk.
When you
into
said
the diploma
celebration, I was
thing.
We
thinking
got
like
him a
a party or
graduation
something.
card, and but there's no.
That's just a Jersey thing.
Well,
no, it's. I mean, I just don't think it's a middle of nowhere Missouri thing.
That's
So,
true.
I mean, Dominic's graduating class for high school was 57 people.
okay, my graduating class for high school was no more than 57. Oh wow, 57 is crazy small. We were at 120 and change.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
57.
It was close to like
170 maybe?
3 to
Yeah,
400.
we were same.
Were you a public school?
But more.
I was private school.
Okay, his is
Right
a
by
public
yourself.
school.
I was
Yeah, yeah.
private up to 8th
So-
grade. After that, I was a freshman high
So-
school, right to public school.
let's
the
paint
change.
the picture.
Paint that picture.
Shall we?
Oh, paint it with paint.
Get out the brush.
So we're flying out of Philadelphia. So it starts off with my dad booked the parking off site instead of parking at Phil because it's cheaper to go off site.
Always, yeah.
So
Double.
the
Bit
gentleman,
of a walk.
Kelsey, you should really be here for this section of the podcast. Kelsey,
Oh, sorry.
just for this section,
I
please
wanted it
join
for a
me.
second.
Please join us.
So I'll tell you what's fun. I'm using this global parking now.
Please join me,
where
Kels.
It ends up finding like local hotels.
What she said to me? What she said?
Yeah.
Oh, she said something.
where-
You can't get off camera though. Okay, so let's detail some trip action. I'm bringing on the shadow half, and then
Hey.
we'll get Nick
Say,
in.
yeah, yeah.
So
Say,
Nick,
make
stay
sure you hold
close.
your microphone close to him so he doesn't start
Okay.
talking without it again.
So just stroke my leg when you want the microphone. So so it starts off with my dad parking us on this off-site parking, and this driver was like the craziest.
We almost died on the way to the airport.
I thought it was
mean.
the fast. It was like the Fast and the Furious. This guy was reckless and wild in this van. Like there was a truck merging on, and he's just like,
where he shouldn't
I'm
have been,
going.
admittedly, but like this guy wasn't stopping.
No, this guy was like Fast and Furious. It was Vin Diesel, but he was Indian. That's what we had.
And then he was already judging us because we didn't park in the right spot. So
What was his name? Dom. He told you stories about his family and how great it is.
I have no idea what his name was.
Basically, so there was that. So then we get to the airport. We go through security. Is actually pretty quick.
Yeah, security was fine.
Did you give him a tip?
My dad did, yes.
Not us.
So we go through security. That goes off with pretty much without a hitch, I would say.
Yeah, security was fine.
We get to the gate pretty much without a hitch.
We got on the plane.
Run the kid around. We're good. We get on the plane, and the skies open up.
And it's his first flight ever, right?
No.
No. Second.
This is like his
Disney Colorado.
no.
Third flight.
This is like fifth flight.
Fifth flight.
Okay, we're
Fifth.
counting back and forth. Yeah.
He was okay.
He's been on 5 airplanes.
So we got on the plane, and first of all, we couldn't pick our seats because we didn't pay to pick our seats.
Right.
So they seated
Boo.
us in Dave, his dad, and I in 3 back-to-back
Back to
middle
back.
seats.
Right. So we
And then Dave's mom was like 7 rows behind us, also in a middle seat.
negotiated our way to
But we were trying to get in our seats,
So-
etc. And then some guy, the guy who was supposed to be sitting on the aisle next to Dave, looked at us and he goes, "Do you want to sit here?" And I was like, "You would be our hero."
so let's paint the picture.
You switch. You would be our hero.
So let's
if we
paint the
could have
picture.
2 seats together.
We make the switch, which results in my dad taking where I was sitting, which results in this poor gentleman sitting next to my dad at the window. Now, anybody that knows my father knows he can talk.
No, never. Your dad is almost mute.
So, so this poor gentleman now has to sit and talk to my dad
Forever.
forever because let's explain. So we get on the plane, everybody gets their seat, right? They buckle up, they go through. Oh, and this is what you got to do. If,
Yeah, they closed the
Yeah.
plane door. We back away from the gate.
Yep.
We're heading towards the runway.
Yes.
Then we stop.
Then we stop, and the pilot comes on. Do the weather. It'll be about 45 minutes.
Oh, he says it. He said it. Oh,
No. Okay, so then we're like, oh. So the guy next to us.
It was so long they turned the engines off.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
So the guy next to us has to get to his son's graduation in Missouri, 8th grade graduation.
So he's
where
going to a
at.
graduation too.
Correct.
Which was supposed to be an hour after this plane was supposed to land.
So then 45 minutes goes by, and the pilot comes back on and goes, folks, it's gonna be about another 45 minutes.
Yep, it doubled
what?
the time.
Wait a minute. How long is how long was the flight itself expected to be?
2.5-ish hours.
So now you've turned it into 5 hours.
Oh yeah, we sat on the runway for 2 hours.
So yes, way to jump ahead, but yes. So we sat on the runway for 2 hours. So every 45 minutes, the guy would call, it'll be about another 45 minutes. It'll be about another 30 minutes. So it
I mean,
added up to
Declan
2
was like the belle of
hours.
the ball on the plane.
So,
I
yeah.
mean, I was up with him up and down the aisle. We were back and
So
forth.
we walk up to the front of the aisle, and this kind of jack guy
Just kind of jacked.
comes out of the like the front row as Kelsey and I are walking with Declan, and he goes, "Is it okay if I give him a toy?" So we're like,
I was like, sure.
sure.
I was like,
Let me see
So-
it first.
but
So he
okay.
gives
I,
him-
like,
She was talking with Dave, giving Dave a toy. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So he gives him a tiny Jesus. You know the little tiny Jesus that people hand out? I know because Joe Gregory, who runs a martial arts school in Wall, Master Joe Gregory, leaves him when he leaves tips at restaurants. He leaves the little pocket Jesus, the tiny Jesus, because, quote, everybody can use a little Jesus in their life.
Oh, that's awesome! I never saw that. Like used that way. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, well, you buy them for like 30, like you can get 30, a pack of 30 for like $10 because I looked it up. So
Yeah, he has them stashed away somewhere.
so we have this little pocket, and
And
now
naturally,
Declan's clutching
Declan
this
loved
pocket.
it.
Oh yeah, so he's
And I don't care. I mean, my only concern was it's so tiny.
Yeah,
I'm
it
like,
is.
I didn't love him holding on to it constantly.
he wouldn't let
Don't
go
put
of
in
it
your
though.
mouth. But
So we did
Okay, fine.
eventually. So as we're sitting on the runway, and you could hear the rain outside and whatever.
it was
they-
a good storm. It was a really good storm
Yeah.
that went through. I mean,
So we're still in Philadelphia. So they're like, oh, we got to give these people snacks. So they. So
I guess we have to.
So they're
keep
giving
them
us
complacent.
snacks as we're sitting on the runway. They're giving us the worst cookie ever, which is like gingerbread, right?
a little gingerbread biscotti.
Right.
I mean,
and then
gingerbread's
my
all
son's
right,
like
but-
taking it, and then he's like, "Oh, you eat it." And I'm like,
I didn't like the first one. Damn.
He ate
so he ate it, but
it. Ish.
so finally we take off, and then thank
And
God.
the guy next to us is just
He's
like
he's
livid.
livid.
He's out of his mind. He can't
And
even.
for a change,
feel.
thank God.
Fine, I get it.
Was that the one for the graduation? Is that why?
So we he definitely missed it.
When we
um,
finally landed, he's like, "It started a half hour ago." I was like,
we,
"I'm sorry, dude."
So we did what do you call it? For one of the few times, desperate times, I pulled Bluey up on my iPad.
Yeah, because like as we were getting ready to actually take off,
Yeah.
Declan went bad. Because we've been sitting there for 2 hours already.
Yeah,
If
he
it
was
had been-
great for 2 hours, and then
If the flight had actually gone off as planned, it would have been totally fine.
we had already
like-
exhausted toys and
Yeah.
Snacks and milk and everything. And
So-
so he screamed for about a half hour, 20 minutes to a half hour, and then he passed out.
right,
And then we pulled Bluey out.
right, and then Bluey kept him occupied. Thank God.
Yes.
Well,
that was for him.
He was passed out. So again, blue is for
The
you.
blue is for you, yeah.
And we had the they give you the free Wi-Fi so you connect right to their thing. So we land, all goes well. We land, we touch
Except for the
down.
flight attendants. We didn't love the flight attendants.
We didn't like the flight attendants. No, they
They
were
were a
kind of
little
rude. Like it was not.
Yeah, no.
So the thing
They were
I
not warm and
observed.
fuzzy or
No,
helpful.
and
or,
here's the thing I observed. It was not that turbulent at all. Like I've been on flights that are like 1,000 times more turbulent, and they're like pushing the drink cart the second time, and they're like, the one male flight attendant turns over to the female, is like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "We might have to stop." And I'm like, "There's nothing."
And they weren't offering
right
hot drinks.
now.
They didn't offer any coffee or tea.
Right, because it was too turbulent for coffee or tea. So
And
at,
and
at
also
a certain point,
cold
Not even
drinks,
cold
yes. Cold
cold
drinks,
drinks.
yes.
But they stopped midway through, and then to
Yeah, I don't
resume
even know if
later
they
because it
finished
was
the
so
rest of the
turbulent. It wasn't turbulent. So at one point, Declan had peed through his clothes
Oh, no.
onto Kelsey, and then I went to change him in the bathroom. So I'm holding him, so it's my whole side of my shirt's wet because I'm taking him to the bathroom. I'm going to change his diaper, and I'm changing his pants. So I'm waiting because it's occupied. Somebody's in it. So I'm literally back of the plane. I'm leaning on a seat. I have him. I'm just kind of holding on. It is not moving like at all. Like I'm fine. And the one flight attendant's like dead face. She's like, "You really should be in your seat." And I'm like, "Yeah, no, I got to change him." And she's like, "It's dangerous for him to be up right now." I'm like, he peed through like
rather me
his
sit
entire
here?
outfit and onto me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change his diaper, and like I'm not moving at all. Like I'm like
You're sitting there. You're just there.
Yeah. There's no turbulence. Like I don't know what the heck they think turbulence is, but like our flight to Colorado's bouncing up and down. And let me tell you, when we did that, those flight attendants, they're like balancing cups. They're like dancing. They were fine. These guys are
our
like,
Utah flight was a little turbulent too, I think.
and they were
When we went
fine
to
too. The Utah
Nevada,
flight,
not-
those people were like fine.
You know what I think it is? I bet those people are used to it. Like that happens to them almost every flight. I bet. For these guys,
Yeah.
I bet they don't experience it that often. So
We
they're
were just not impressed at all.
It was very a non-impressive performance, but finally we land.
But
We get to-
one other thing, because we sat so long on the stupid tarmac, it was way past the time for Declan to have a second bottle, and like I was
Yes.
planning on getting it in the airport when we landed.
Yes.
So we happened to ask the flight attendant, like, "Do you have any milk?"
Which
Because
they-
the last time this happened, United gave us a little bottle of milk.
United's a great
Yeah.
airport.
American Airlines like, oh,
Oh,
we
United
don't have
Airlines
anything.
killed
we don't
American.
have anything.
So American
like-
gave us. They're like, oh, we don't have anything like that on this plane.
Like, we have
They didn't
nothing.
even- They didn't even look. I mean, it was like, yeah, we have nothing like that on this plane. I'm like,
Yeah,
"You-"
they made
Milk.
So we land. We get to the gate. We land. Whatever. Claim our baggage. Which again is a silly way to claim baggage because the car seat comes out a whole different area that they don't tell you it comes out of. So you have to figure
Oh, this
this
sounds
out.
familiar. I remember
Yeah.
this story.
You
about
have
a
to figure
car
this
seat
out by
at an airplane at an
asking.
airport.
So, whatever. So we get all our stuff. We're like, oh, let's go to the rental car. And then all of a sudden, you start hearing pop, 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 pop. And you're like, what is that?
and then the warnings went off on your
And then the
phones.
warnings go off. And then they get on the loudspeaker that across the whole airport, we're under a tornado warning
for the next hour.
for the next hour.
You can't leave now. They
Yeah.
won't let you leave. They start off ground transportation.
I mean,
when that happens?
no, they'll let you leave.
They'll
It's
let you
at
leave,
your own risk,
but I mean, at your own
who's
risk.
gonna leave?
So the hail is the size of a baseball. So that's what we're hearing.
Yeah,
we're
they said
hearing
it was
the
like
pelting of
2.5 inch
hail,
hail.
the size of my fist, just coming down. So naturally, we do what everybody else was doing that wasn't from Missouri.
Eat with your fists.
No, we go out with that. So there's a glass area. So we come out.
We were kind of, we were like a level down.
So we were a level down. So we're
always
level
with Crocs
down.
on, yes.
So we come out and like you can see everything. Like there's like
There was a glass covering.
a
It had
glass
stairs on
covering.
either side.
So
to
you
get
go out and you're like, there's
actually
people
outside.
like videoing because you can hear just pop, 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 pop.
Did you video any?
Kelsey did it. Yeah.
I have, yeah,
Yeah.
not like super close, but I have.
So we're stuck there in this tornado warning, and finally, when like everything settles, there's people coming in now, and they're like, "Oh yeah, touchdown in Clayton," which is like a town over. And then Kelsey,
We
has to,
googled it. It's like 15 minutes away.
yeah, and then Kelsey has to do the research, and like 4 people died, and the roof was ripped off a building, and we're like, "Oh, this is a great start to our vacation."
Welcome to Missouri,
Ignorance is
everybody.
bliss.
I gotta know. I gotta
So
know.
then we go to pick up the car, and they upgrade me because we were so late in picking up the car. There's not a lot left, so I get a free upgrade. But then they're like, "There's hail damage on the roof. We have to write it down." We're like, "Yeah, no, we know there's hail damage. We
We
figured
completely understand.
we figured there's hail damage. She said there's a big storm and a tornado."
I don't even know how they can count that towards insurance out there because like hail happens all the time.
Yeah. So,
And odds you're gonna be able to park under cover are slim. to
and but we
none
say all the
for a
time. Let's put it
rental
into
car.
perspective.
But it could be that at a corporate level they pay more for it. That's all.
So when we say all the time, let's put it into perspective. When we flew back, like we got a hotel Monday night next to the airport because my sister lives 2.5 hours from the airport. So we got a hotel to come back, and that night under a tornado warning again
In St. Louis again.
In St. Louis again, right next to the airport again. But this time it was only golf ball sized hail, which we witnessed. As
We just missed
we
it.
just missed it. So we were sitting and we just put the key in the door in the hotel from going out.
We
to
literally
eat.
got under the overhang for the hotel. The power went out in the hotel, came right back on, and then the hail started.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, the answer I gave for why they were covering was the most boring answer on the planet. So a better answer is they believe little Jesus will protect them, and
you
insurance
go.
should cover it, and it got approved. So
There it is.
I
Sounds
cannot
about
believe you
right.
guys handled 2 monster ice storms or tornado warning for
Okay.
a town over.
I'm just gonna say we've been in
the
Missouri.
insane amount of
Yes.
I'm gonna say
folks
we've
you
been
had
in
on the
Missouri
plane.
twice now, and this makes 3 tornado warnings.
Yep. We have
Missouri
one-
doesn't like me.
We had a tornado warning the
It
first
doesn't
time
like
we were in
me.
Missouri as
No.
well.
Missouri and I don't get along.
So we did
I wonder how the people out there
actually
can handle that.
we did actually make it. See, this needs a mic.
Kansas
This needs a mic.
anymore.
Why don't we have another mic somewhere? Oh.
I was about to say, wait a minute, he does have another mic.
So we made it to my nephew's Friday night. We got birthday dinner with my nephew Logan, and then Saturday we did get up and see Dominic compete in sectionals, which he won. And
Dominic.
and he got his personal best of 159 in the 800.
Let's go, Dominic.
And then the pocket Jesus, the little Jesus that I was in my pocket when he was running, we left with him. So
For today.
For today.
go, Jesus.
So he didn't have as good a run today. He started off too fast, but whatever. He had pocket Jesus.
Did I do yet?
I don't know. He was supposed to.
He
bring
was
it with
supposed
him.
to.
But States is different. States is different though because like
Jesus is right. One each pocket.
no. What I mean by that is so when he did the sectionals, he had his lightning. He wears earrings, so he had his lightning bolt earrings in that he liked, and he had,
And what kind of Crocs
kinda
did
good
he
luck charms,
wear?
kinda.
he has
So
good
to
luck
speak.
charms. But in States, you he wears his lightning queen Crocs.
Lightning McQueen.
When he's not
Crocs,
running,
baby.
obviously. But in the States, you're not allowed to wear any jewelry at
Yeah,
all.
they're a lot more picky about that.
So you have to take your earrings out. You can't have any, which is weird because if you watch the Olympics, those guys are like blinged
They
out
wear
to
like
a
chains and
yeah.
like
So
Oh, yeah.
the girls
but
with their rings.
Missouri
I mean,
State, when they go to States, everything's got to come out. So he couldn't
I
wear
mean,
his
it's here
earrings.
too. To be honest, Jersey
Is it?
is the same way.
But the Olympics, whatever. The pinnacle of track, they wear
they're Olympians.
anything
Yeah,
they
at
want.
the high school level,
Um,
with you
They
know,
went through all the work to qualify for that.
So anyway, we got to see him run. Then we got to go to his graduation, which was like 57 people. But that was nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got to hang out at my sister's place. And then Sunday we went to the Bass Pro Shop. But
The original.
in Springfield,
the original,
like the headquarters.
the headquarters, it's so big. It's like the size of the Ocean County
It's like a mall. You can spend the whole day there.
And it's got a giant aquarium that's 2 miles.
It was the coolest aquarium I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was a credible aquarium.
There's
and
also five museums in the
5
whole
museums,
building.
one of which contains the first Bass Pro Shop.
And then not to mention like just the actual shopping,
Yeah.
like every outdoor apparel thing you could ever think about buying.
So there wasn't enough for you to do. We get it.
All I know is you sent me
And
the
there's
picture of the aquarium.
cafes, and you can eat. And
Oh,
And you wrote
sounds amazing.
Bass Pro Shop, and I was like, those are both of the greatest things ever, and they slammed them together in one spot. That makes
Yes.
Missouri worth the trip.
Well, it didn't make sense to me because my sister kept saying, "Oh, we want to take you to Bass Pro Shop," and I kept saying to Kelsey, "We have a Bass Pro Shop. Like, I know, what are we going to a Bass Pro Shop for?" But then it made sense. Well, as you're pulling up, the outside by the aquarium
Oh,
is
it's
a
the Bass Pro Mall.
gigantic monitor,
yes, exactly.
like a movie screen monitor, and you're like,
It's-
"Oh."
This is
All
kind of a
right.
big deal.
And
It's a
then,
little bit more than our Bass Pro Shop.
so then, and that same day, we
There's
also went to,
competition, but-
we took Kelsey to Buc-ee's because she's never been to a Buc-ee's, which is
It was
fun.
entertaining.
It was entertaining. Declan got a kick out of it.
Declan loved it. Yeah, I mean, he ran around.
all
caused-
the whole track meet, because Dominic read the 4x8,
4x2,
4x2,
and then the 8.
and then the 8. So we watched him run the 4x2.
The 4x2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
he was the anchor. I don't know. They pulled him in because they didn't have
I was,
any else. I
about, I was
think.
about to say they must not have had another sprinter to do that.
One
'cause
guy was
that's-
injured.
And one guy was
one
injured.
guy was
the,
injured.
the third leg was really.
Yeah.
It
No,
wasn't.
yeah. So anyway, so in
That's
between,
He used it as a
normally
warm-up.
Not something.
He used it as a
so
warm-up.
because we had a high school track, we let Declan play on the playground, so we did that for
Quite a while.
quite a while. So we hit the playground there, and then on our way back home. Well, also let me say, my sister has like 6 dogs, which Declan was obsessed with.
7 dogs.
7 dogs. Sorry, one of which is an actual bluey. It's a healer.
Is that the type you guys want? You should get that type.
No, it's a working.
It's a working dog.
It's a working dog. It's
Again,
too much.
healers are working
You
dogs.
really like Tuesday. Tuesday's the name of that. And Tuesday lives outside. Tuesday's a working dog.
Gotcha.
They also have a rooster, which is possibly the dumbest animal on the face of the earth. The stupid thing just wakes up and starts shouting. Like, what kind of moronic animal?
awake.
Like, it just wakes up and starts shouting. I'm like, we wanted to murder that rooster.
4:45, 5 o'clock every day.
My neighbor has a rooster. And
That's right. I do. I remembered that. Yeah. Once you told me
here's
that.
the reality. I love it. I
You're
don't
in
know
the minority.
Why, but it calms me down. And you hear it. And Nicole looks at me like, I think I'm going to kill it. And
I'm
I
with
looked at
Nicole,
her and I
okay?
said-
If Nicole walks
I said,
outside with a
"Honey,
shotgun,
it is
you
the
know what's going
calmest-
on."
It calms me. And what's even funnier is Ivy found a way to get under the fence just enough to see the chickens and the rooster.
Oh
She
no.
wants them.
Sure.
So this stupid thing, we slept in my sister, there's 3 buildings on the property of my sister. She has the log cabin they live in, which is beautiful. Then they have the garage, which is what we stayed in, which is done up like nice.
Yeah, it's like a
But
separate
this stupid
apartment.
rooster was like circling the garage. You could hear it like just walking
Like
around
on
the
purpose.
garage.
On purpose.
So
I
wait a
swear it
minute.
was just
Okay, so
circling.
Nick, I don't know if you would enjoy it that much if it was right outside your bedroom.
But you also know they come from the raptor family. He was hunting you.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time a bird has
Okay.
hunted us. A flightless bird has hunted us before.
Turkeys.
So anyway, so
If you guys don't
So-
understand what we're talking about, you got to go back and
So when
watch
we were gonna drive
another
back
episode about
to
their
the,
adventures in Colorado.
we're going to the hotel. So when we left to go to the hotel, we left to go to the
Sorry to
hotel.
see that rooster go.
We stopped on Route 66, the original Route 66, and we stopped at Uranus Fudge Factory, and they milked that joke.
Oh, it was special.
And there's a small little playground there that Declan, of course, wanted to play on, so we burned energy on that. And Kelsey was like, I gotta wipe his hands.
I
down.
was basically like,
gotta
how many STDs are on this thing?
I was gonna say, was there any kind of like slide function
Oh yeah.
from fudge related?
No,
No.
but it was just.
It was kitschy. It was yeah. It was.
But it was good though. I mean, did you guys try any of the fudge at all?
My parents have had it before, but no, we
No.
were like we walked around, we went in, it was a thing. I bought a
Buc-ee's is
soda
better.
for the rest of the drive home because everything's like a 2-hour drive.
Yeah, you said they were in the middle of nowhere.
I did have a Nissan Pathfinder. That's the first time I had the 3-row car. It was neat. I did actually like being able to drive people around. And that concludes the Shadow Halves portion of this. So we made it back safe and sound. I don't have Pocket Jesus. I left it with my nephew. And yeah. And that was our
Can
Missouri
you
trip.
just check and see if
Oh.
it's recording still, please? Thank you.
On the flight home, we made it back without a hitch. The flight was very good, except for the fact that they changed our gate.
Well, glad to have you back, Kels. And
And
Free for all
free-for-all
seating.
seating, no gate.
No, so they don't assign seats on Southwest. You just free for all.
Well, a couple airlines do that. I think JetBlue does that too.
But
I think.
also,
That might not be a
let me
bad
say,
thing, because then if you're all walking on together as a group,
I
then
don't
you take
like
those
it.
seats
Let me
together.
say-
I'll tell you, I don't like. I like to know that I think of like a concert. Like, I like to know I got a seat.
I don't like
can
it
show up
either.
whenever I want. I want a
I
seat.
don't like it either because
I can
they,
see
That's
that.
me, yeah.
You group
If
in
you're
sections,
guaranteed a seat, I guess that'd
but
be
you,
okay.
but you're led on in sections. So by the time our group got led on,
All
there's
the good seats
it's
are
like
gone.
Middle seat. We sat in a.
See, here's the thing. I love the middle seats, but when there's a group of you, you don't want a bunch of middle seats.
We sat
Little
in the
kids,
last
yeah.
row.
Oh, yeah,
though,
you want to all be together.
We sat in the last row all next to each other, so that worked out. But
I love the last row.
watching my dad
Aisle.
walk around because he's scheduled to have a knee replacement.
Oh man, so he can't
It's
sit long.
about
But
time.
no, not sit long. He can't walk.
Oh, watching him walk when you're
Watching
there.
him walk is so painful. But so they we get to the airport, we make the security, we get all the way to our gate in St. Louis, and then they call him over the loudspeaker. The security kept his laptop and his tablet, and he didn't realize it, so he had to walk all. I'm like, I'll walk and get it for you. He's like, no,
Yeah,
no,
I can
no,
get
I
it.
got it. So he walked all the way back, and as he's making his way back, they switched our gate. So then we had to go.
You
which
should
actually worked
almost
to
have
his favor.
asked for like a chair or something.
Oh,
I
was
told
the
him,
gate-
I was like, let's get you a wheelchair. He didn't want it.
No, I get it. He's a tough guy. He's a tough dude.
Yeah, your father, would not do that.
So that was Missouri.
never sit in a
We made it
wheelchair.
back
He's a tough
safe
dude.
and sound.
No way.
Oh, and also one last little funny trinket. During the graduation, Declan was a bit of a pill, so we stepped outside of the
Graduation
Being
Story
a pill
area.
means he was causing problems for you younger folk that don't know what that means.
So
He's being a pain.
So the band starts playing. The band starts. They have to play a song. Right?
Yeah.
Well, we're outside the doors, right behind the band.
Okay.
Oh, no.
We're on the jumbotron that they have the screen. One.
You guys were while he's
Yep.
flipping out.
Yep.
Oh,
And then Brandon
no.
realizes, my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
So he's like, he walks out of the auditorium to where we are. He's like, you guys are on the jumbotron. And we look up and like, oh, he's like, eh. And he gets in. And so we were all on the jumbotron. Like
That's kind of cool, though. I like that. Yeah.
Crying baby, and then two guys like,
Well, but
hey.
once he told you, and you guys were all kind of like
But
facing
you know
it,
what?
that's
There was
cool.
a lot of parents out there.
Yeah.
With babies.
Dude, it's a
that were-
regular thing. Yeah.
So yeah.
Not-
So,
unfortunately, it's not unique
So
to
thus
you.
ended the Missouri trip.
That sounds like fun. That sounded pretty cool, especially for a little bit of excitement. Nobody got hurt. A nice
since-
race.
But since we're talking about so I talked about the stupid rooster that should die.
Okay.
Let's
Oh
move that
my
into animal talk.
gosh! Yes. All right. Great transition. A little rough, but we'll take the landing.
No, it's like,
Yes.
Well,
I
we're
love
going
it.
from one animal that should die to
No.
animals that are cute and should die. No,
Nah.
I'm just kidding. I love all
So,
animals.
I had Peter's gonna call us now. We're gonna get
That's
that
why Reese
one
is
comment.
running away right
Who's
now. She
Peter?
heard you say that.
Yeah, the bread. So we're gonna get so I at my house when it's time for Ivy to go out, you just open up the back door. She runs out. She chases the birds and the squirrels away, and then she hangs out and does her thing. So the other day we open it up. She runs out, and she's not running back to a section that she normally hangs out in. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? And she's staring at the side of my shed, and she's barking, going towards it and coming it back. But she's in that point position where like her nose is just focused, like zoned in on something. Like, what is going on over there? Then I see her sprint to the other side of the shed, and then she sprints back, and I'm like, oh man. So I try to call her in, and usually I'll just yell her name, whistle, and she'll come in. would
I
not.
try that same thing with Kelsey. I yell her name, I whistle. She doesn't come inside.
Keep trying. Keep trying. You have to
It'll work
accompany
eventually.
it with treats. So
Well, you said treats didn't work for this situation with your dog.
you're right. It doesn't always work. You just keep trying. It doesn't mean to give up. So I went outside and I'm calling her. And all of a sudden, I see something run from the shed to my kayak, which is leaned up against my fence. And I was like, oh, no. And she goes next to it, that area, and I see this little nose come out. Now, I thought I saw it was. No.
E.T.
I mean, they
raccoons in
could
there.
be. They could be super intelligent, pets. That's the version of a dog. No, that wasn't that cool. Thank God. Didn't know how to use a gun.
Did
I would have been in
not sound like
trouble.
Bradley Cooper.
No, it did not. Riley Cooper doesn't sound like Riley Cooper in that one. He doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
So then I run out with her treats and I'm trying to get Ivy's attention. And as I get closer, she's constantly trying to get closer to this raccoon. And I hear the raccoon back up and hiss. And it's not attacking her. This is during the day, so I'm
just
nervous.
feels
Like, is it
cold.
rabbit or
Warning,
something?
it
feels cornered.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just feels
It-
cornered.
Exactly. It was now like, okay, I've had enough. We're done playing. And it hissed. So now I'm getting in between her and this raccoon because she's not listening. She wants to now learn more about what this thing is. And I have the cookie, and it's enough for her to just look at me. I'm like, good. Boom. Scoop her up. Take her in the house. And I give the raccoon some time. And again, it's weird because it's during the day. So I'm like, is this thing rabid? It wasn't. It was just, I think it was looking for food for, we think it has babies in the neighborhood. So now it's searching the fence for like, where did I come in here? This stupid dog threw me off. Right? And then it just like wandering around my yard, very chill, nothing going. And I showed you the video. Came right up on my patio. Really, literally like nose to the dog.
This video that Nick sent to
through
me,
the
and I'm
screen
putting up
door.
on the screen right now.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
So Nick's gonna send it to me.
And then it just finds a way to disjoint its body and sneak its way under my double doors and get out of my yard and had its day. But
Kelsey,
it was crazy. It was the raccoon. I was just happy it didn't attack Ivy. It was good.
We had a raccoon. Kelsey made eye contact with a raccoon in our backyard.
I fell in love.
Yes. No, it went
She's in
under
the other
our
room.
deck again. Now, here's the thing. When we first moved in, as you know, we had a family of raccoons living in the attic that required us to redo everything in the attic.
This house and raccoons.
And then,
have a storage
we
history.
were trying to catch the groundhogs and a skunk at some point because we had a skunk and we were trying to catch a skunk and a groundhog. Who you saw the groundhog in one of your videos when you were editing the podcast.
Yes.
No way. In the background?
We talked.
We talked about this.
I forgot. I didn't know. You
Last-
saw it while
last
we were
week.
videoing?
No.
No, we saw it when he was editing.
No, I didn't. Okay. No,
It was out there. So
no,
we're
I
facing
do remember
this
that.
way.
I the way you said it,
So-
I thought, like, we caught it in a video somehow.
So when we attempted that, we caught 2 more raccoons.
Did you really?
Yeah, oh yeah. So we were very good at catching the raccoons. But apparently we're a hotbed for raccoon action. So
Wow. Sounds like a Looney Tunes cartoon at this point.
so now we got to call.
Raccoon hotbed.
So now we're gonna call the people again to catch whatever this raccoon's doing, and then we're
Now-
ripping this deck up because I'm done.
Are they catching it and then releasing it just further in the same in your yard?
No, they're supposed to. I'm starting to think that
They walk it 10 feet back, be like, we got it, sir.
All right, buddy.
they're supposed to like
Go that way. He's
go
listening. He's good. He's going that
a
way.
while away, but I don't know. but I'm done with the deck. I really want to.
anything about the past 5 feet. They're good.
I really want to get the
We've got a
deck,
map.
the deck
GPS.
ripped out.
You see the raccoons. They're
Well,
like,
no,
all right, where was it again?
Yeah.
my working theory. Is
I know
that,
it was down this street. I know
My-
it was.
my working
there
theory-
was trees here, though.
My working
gone
theory
now.
is
Yeah, maybe not the same one.
my working theory is that the raccoons, because his whole family lived in the attic.
Uh-huh.
I think they just had friends and they keep coming. We're gonna visit the Smiths, and then they're gone.
Friday
They're going-
night, let's go.
They go under the deck.
Did they
But
tell you they were moving out, Will? No, they didn't. No.
the deck? The
This
deck
ended
is
the
getting
week.
ripped out. I'm done with it. I don't want anything living under anymore.
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing you do, you could always. I mean, you're not going to put another deck anyway.
No,
so I'm not even
I'm
getting
gonna
into
go
it.
patio. I'm gonna patio that thing.
Because I was going to say, you could always do a deck and you just
Yeah,
don't
they
have
make-
it lifted.
Well, they
you
make,
just
they
do
make
the stone.
things.
Right, yeah.
They do make things to keep them out too.
Yep.
But I'm just gonna go patio. I'm done. I don't want
Those things that keep them out are called BB guns.
No, they're not. Yeah. So that's my animal story. And then,
Wow.
so we have the couch cushions. Declan, Rob, who's been a guest, bought Declan his own little mini couch
Yes.
I was
lives
I was talking to Rob about it today.
that lives in front of my couch.
And
Well, not right
they
now.
love it. Yeah, yeah. It's so cool.
Oh, it's great. I sit on it more.
It's
than
like
I sit on this
it's like a
couch.
Lego couch, but it's actual real cushions. It's awesome.
I sit on this more. I sit on that more than I sit on this couch. But Steve clears it out when we set up for the podcast.
Well, we need the room.
Yeah, usually
But
it's
today
right.
he
Yep.
decided to set 2 of the big cushions up horizontal,
And it was
vertically.
appropriate. It was
Just a little
appropriate.
vertically up.
Yep.
Just move that out of the
Which
way.
totally confused my cat because she's like, "What is this? It's not supposed to be up like that."
Funniest thing that you've seen
So
in
she
quite
was
a while.
she was like looking at it, making a decision, like, "What am I gonna do with this thing?"
I saw her walk over, and you know how they like tense up like they're about to jump. I was like, "Oh, you're thinking about it, aren't you?" And she was really thinking about it.
So she jumped and she
Mm-hmm.
clanged, and then the whole cushion came backwards and crushed her.
That 1 second of I made the wrong decision.
No, but the best part about it was that her face just remained unchanged. She was just clinging on. It was just like, "Oh, well, we're falling."
It's like in her mind, she's like, "This is a great idea." And then I see that video of the little kid.
I kept thinking was so graceful.
So,
graceful.
exactly. Why'd you make that face? I love that. I love that
Yes,
clip.
but now I have to go bleep that out now.
Yes.
That's a family friendly. It's a kid that said it.
Do you wanna take this one?
Anyway, my cat
It's
is
a
okay.
little kid. We're gonna edit that clip in.
No, we're not.
So you can see it.
My cat is okay, by the way.
Yes, she was fine. It was just a cushion. But the first thing that came to my mind, and I'm gonna wait for you guys to put your teacups down.
And I'm the only one who
first thing
didn't
that
like
came-
completely bust out laughing, shaming my
Oh
poor
my
cat.
god, we were hysterical laughing. She was fine, but the only thing that came to my mind was so graceful. I was like,
Yes.
cats, so graceful.
She's like, "I got this. I'm a gymnast." And yes, exactly.
So yeah.
It was like it was that you messed up when.
So I think there's a question in everybody's mind, Nick.
What's that question?
We're coming to Memorial Day.
Mm-hmm.
If I recall, last year you were training to do the Murph with us.
You said, and we have it on video.
We have it on video that you and Luca were intense training to do the Murph with us last Memorial Day.
And now we are here at
And
next to
here we
Memorial
are a year later, getting ready to do the Murph
Will you
again.
be a
You
man
shall
of
see the
your
video
word?
of the Murph being complete with lots of editing.
but without us apparently.
Will you be joining us
I was
for,
gonna say, are you
for
gonna
a Murph?
come and do it with us like you said you were going to?
Or are you guys doing it now?
We're gonna do it.
We're
We'll
gonna
find.
do it.
No
we
matter
don't, we don't know
we're-
what day we did it. We
we
don't know
don't-
if we did it yesterday, if we did it today, or if we're doing it tomorrow. We don't know when we're doing it.
We don't know where or when, but
But we
doing
did it in Crocs as usual.
Sounds good. Oh, in Crocs. Oof.
Well, we
Well,
do it in Crocs.
we do it
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Crocs.
yeah.
The
that's
gentleman,
just our
you know,
shtick.
Scott does it with us. He does not do it in Crocs.
Yeah.
does
I
not
mean, I
like
could
Crocs.
always painstakingly make it through.
The last time that we did this, the last year, Declan was still in a stroller facing the person.
Yes,
that-
correct. Yep.
Now he is much more mobile.
Yes. I did hurt my shoulder again. It
You
feels-
always do this.
It feels a little bit better. Oh,
You do
that
Oh
is-
no, it's tight, sir.
You do this before every.
I can see it. That's the way you're
event
moving
that
is very tight.
involves
Eesh.
Hanging or
It's
doing
not going
pull-ups.
past.
So I'm gonna have to modify again. I think this year. I'm actually gonna do the pull-ups until I can't. Until I'm like, okay, then I'll switch it.
Every time, people. Before
I think I
Spartan
might
race,
have to. I'm
first
going to
the
modify
shoulder.
mine
For the
too. I'm going
Murph,
to replace
first-
every
first the shoulder.
workout with a food group.
I'm in for that.
Nice.
There is no
for
reason you
that.
can't do a couple of push-ups, a couple of
No, I just said
squats.
Just a couple.
Just 200.
Just a couple. You're fine. You got this.
I had the conversation with Luca when you had mentioned the Murph was coming up. I was like, Luca, you know we forgot something, right, buddy? And he's like, what, Dad? I was like, the Murph. We're a year and a half off, so we have to do it. Yeah, we will. I don't think we're doing it with you guys, but we have to do it. And what we could do is we could report into you. I think that what might keep us honest is if we actually like report into you guys like weekly on what we've done to train to get it done.
That would
And
be
then like
nice.
we give like ourselves a month
So
to get
like,
it done.
That-
so
we could
like
do it
Memorial Day
together.
next year when we're doing this podcast again. You could.
No, maybe by the end of the month, maybe before we go on our trip. Get a month of training and then miserably get through it.
I mean, you should be able to get through the push-ups and the squats. No problem.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
really.
I mean,
hard.
really, the only
All
thing,
of it except for the pull-ups.
the pull-ups are the only thing
Well,
that
it's
gets
just that
everybody.
you're doing the pull-ups, and then that obviously is gassing you out for the push-ups.
Yeah.
So that kind of like transfers.
I
over.
said
The squats
miserable.
Are all right. The squats are.
Did
all
I
right.
mention miserable?
And I mean, like
It is, we are pretty miserable.
Scott bangs out pretty much everything but the mile run. The mile run gets him every
Yeah.
Which is like the easiest thing.
for us.
Yeah.
for us.
For us. Yeah.
And it's 2 miles, right? It's a mile on each end.
Mile at the
mile
beginning, mile after
yeah.
you're done. Yep.
I mean, that's the easiest part.
Should
for
we
me.
explain it again? We should explain it again. So, for those of you guys that don't know, there was a Navy SEAL. Was he lieutenant? Yeah, he had some kind of rank. I feel like I asked the same exact question last year. I probably did.
Yep. But it's his workout. We do it in
has-
honor of him.
It was a Navy SEAL. His name was his last name was Murphy. I think his first name was
The Murph.
Michael. I forget his first name too.
The
Murphy. So it's a workout where it's 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, and then another mile run to top it off. And people do this workout across the country on Memorial Day.
Navy SEAL lieutenant. That was his
Lieutenant.
title.
So he's
and
lieutenant.
It's Michael.
It is Michael Murphy. Okay, I had a feeling it was alliteration.
And they do. I mean, they do this at CrossFit gym. They
Oh
do
yeah,
it-
all
every gym does
all
it,
over the
Murph.
place. They do it. My older brother's girlfriend's going to be doing it this year. One of the dads at the school, who was a Marine, is going to be doing it with a couple of his friends. So you could do it a bunch of different ways. You could do it at an official event where they're like hosting a Murph workout. You can do it by yourself. Like
We just do it on our own. Yeah.
We just do it on our own, and then we just post that we've done it. And of course, in classic Kickin' and Crocs style, we do it in Crocs. But yeah, we bang that out just to honor the soldiers who have fallen in battle for us to keep us and our country safe.
It's awesome.
And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. So if any of you guys out there have also done the Murph as well, good on you. And if you haven't done the Murph, next year you might want to consider it. It's a fun way. Well, I wouldn't say call it fun while you're doing it, but you feel good afterwards. You feel like you put in some work, and you're doing it in the name of the soldiers that gave their lives. So it's all for a good cause. And the hardcore people do it with a weighted vest on, but we're not
Yeah.
hardcore. So
We're not that hardcore.
Speaking, Nicole's been doing her walks at a 12-pound weighted vest now.
nice.
Oh, wait, that's
Yeah,
how I
good for
walk
him.
Declan.
Yeah, it's really cool. And then she'll do once a month or so. Then she'll also have like 1 pound weighted piece hand. It's like you're supposed to wrap them around your hands, but she doesn't like the wrap on the wrists, so she'll hold them. But they're actually wrist wraps.
She should
around each.
do. I should introduce you to egg weights.
Egg weights. They look like eggs. Seriously, like
I'll
they
show you. I
like,
have-
easier to hold, right?
They make them for running too. I'll show you the running version.
There
running and
actually
walking.
is a version of the shaped like eggs. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's look at it. We'll look at it after the show.
Yeah, my.
That's cool.
I just want to make sure my shoulder's okay. It's better today than it was yesterday. I'm just gonna keep eating
Is it?
into it.
Yeah. Okay.
I just
mean, that's
moved
an easy-
weird. I moved weird teaching. I wasn't even doing anything. I just moved weird teaching. But I do think I've been neglecting because this shoulder is hurting, so this was getting the attention, and then I just gotta make it part of
Even
my
everything
nightly
out.
routine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to do rehab exercises.
I just got to make it part of my nightly routine before bed. Just bang out some of the exercise for the shoulder. Just make it a normal thing. So
It helps. And we did the flag laying ceremony at a military cemetery, which was nice. We do that with the Boy Scouts every year, so that was cool. And it's again the scene is still surreal, right? You really don't see much because all of the plots are laid down flat. You don't have any headstones; they're all flat headstones, so you don't even really fully grasp it until you see a flat, like basically just rows and rows and rows of flags.
is
and
Bella
hills
in
and
any
hills and hills of flags.
guys in any parades?
Uh,
Because doesn't she do the band?
Yes, but it's not a marching band. Now in high school it will be. So in high school she'll be in a marching band.
What about like?
right
Because
now.
sometimes the Boy Scouts do like march in the parades.
I think the Cub Scouts are doing it this year, and some of the Boy Scouts that are sponsoring them are going, but not the Boy Scouts this year.
Got it. So no
But-
parade for you.
I don't. We might go to it, but we're not in it. We're not going to
Right.
be in one. Yeah. So we might go to it. You guys are going to go to one? You think?
I don't know.
They're still mulling it over.
Yeah. I
Who
mean,
knows? I mean, I only know the one in Brick because I grew up in Brick. I assume there's one in Howell, Freehold. I'm sure there's.
I think Farmingdale has one. Yeah, they're all over.
Farmingdale, I know, has one. Yes.
Yeah, and that's a nice one because Farmingdale's such a small town, so like
Yeah.
you really get to see it almost no matter where you sit. So that's cool, and you get a pretty good spot. Yeah. I don't know. How about you? Are you doing anything for Memorial Day weekend or Memorial Weekend? This weekend that we're in, have we done anything? You doing anything?
Not really, nothing crazy.
Just resting, taking it all in.
That's Murph.
Yeah, the Murph. Yeah.
Doing the Murph, so I wouldn't really say resting. Yeah, Murph.
Well, after that,
After that, I'll be doing nothing because my body won't want to do anything. So
Yeah, I think I'm less prepared for the Murph this year.
I
Well,
am.
So let's see.
I am the same amount of prepared.
He's fine.
yeah,
The same amount of
He's an
prepared,
animal.
which
He'll
was
be
not
fine.
that much.
You're a beast. They
I
say you're a
always say,
beast.
I always say after I'm done next year, I'm gonna be more ready for these pull-ups. I'm never more ready for the pull-ups. never more.
Now
ready.
you've been doing the pull-ups, and you're hitting the 300 of them. No, it's 100. It's 100, 100. Still, that's insane amount of pull-ups.
It is a lot of pull-ups. You got to break it up. You can't. Do it
No,
all one time.
we break everything up and then set to 10.
Yeah,
It's a 10 rounds.
10 per day.
No,
for
10,
10 days.
10 rounds.
Over the course.
Leading up to it?
That's the way you want to do it.
As long as you get it
Getting
done.
it done, yeah,
The
yeah.
challenge is there to get it done. Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's once again kick this croc into a comfortable mood.
That sounded like almost a former president. That was a little Obama pressure right there. That was
Into
pretty
a
good.
comfort mood.
Into a mode of comfort. Let's go do it.
Okay, cool. If you have not already, please make sure you follow us on Instagram and on TikTok at Kickin and Crocs, KICKIN.Crocs.
I believe it's spelled CROCS.
Still the best.
Subscribe to us on YouTube to watch the video versions of this podcast and to comment down below on any of the topics that we talked about today. Any animal stories, you got any raccoon stories, any Memorial Day weekend plans that you guys have, let us know down in the comment section below. And if you're listening on audio only, then you should give us
Loads of stars, more memory for his phone. A little Jesus would be awesome as well. We'll take it all. But stars, lots of stars.
They're $10 at Walmart, Lord Jesus.
For a bunch of them, though.
For a lot
a
of them.
lot of them.
Yeah, it's okay.
Well-
You never have too many.
Until next time, I've been Steve.
Still Nick.
Always Dave.
Then am I really Steve?
We're in the Matrix.
We are in the Matrix.
What is it called, that thing?
What?
That belief?
The
prompt.
the
The
prompt.
We're in the prompt.
theory.
We're in the prom.
I'm
theory.
Dave. I'm not Nick. Who would want to be Nick?
Everybody.
Not me.
Certainly not
I would not want to be Nick.
Yeah, he jumped into being Nick first.
If you ain't crocking, you ain't rocking.
I love you from the bottom of my Crocs.
Buonanotte.
Buona tutti a fresca.
Gotta have the fresca.
I don't even
Good
know
night,
what Fresca
everybody.
is. You stay kicking, internet.
Fresca.
Dressed people while styling while we run. It's kicking in Crocs. We're kicking in Crocs.